Tatiana Schlossberg's heartbreaking revelation of her terminal cancer diagnosis has shaken the public, the Kennedy legacy, and most of all, her younger brother Jack Schlossberg, who has stepped forward with a quiet but powerful show of support during the most devastating moment of their lives. The news broke through Tatiana's deeply emotional essay published on November 22, 2025, where she revealed that she has been diagnosed with acute myeloid leukemia, with a rare mutation known as inversion 3, a form so aggressive and uncommon that it is typically seen in older patients, not in a 35-year-old mother of two. Her diagnosis came at a moment that should have been joyful. Just hours after giving birth to her second child in May 2024, doctors flagged dangerously abnormal blood work. What began as a routine postpartum check spiraled into a medical emergency that uprooted her life. Tatiana described the harrowing timeline of the last year and a half: 5 weeks in the hospital immediately after childbirth, transfers between major cancer centers, multiple rounds of chemotherapy, a stem cell transplant using her sister's T cells in a clinical trial, another transplant from an unrelated donor, CAR T-cell therapy, and countless complications stacked on top of each other. She wrote with heartbreaking clarity about the moment a doctor told her she might only have about a year to live, a moment she said tore through her identity as a daughter, a sister, and most painfully, a mother. She confessed her deepest fear, that her 2 young children might grow up with no memory of her at all, that photos and stories would have to replace experiences she will not live long enough to share with them. She spoke of the physical toll, her muscles wasting away, losing the ability to hold her newborn, missing precious milestones, losing the first year of her daughter's life to a hospital bed. But she also described the emotional toll on her family, saying that her parents, Caroline Kennedy and Edwin Schlossberg, along with her siblings Rose and Jack, have been raising my children and sitting in my various hospital rooms almost every day, holding her hand while trying to hide their own heartbreak. Her words carried the weight of the Kennedy family's long history of tragedy, a lineage marked with loss that she feels she has now added to in a way that she cannot stop or reverse. Just days before her essay shocked the world, her brother Jack Schlossberg had launched his congressional campaign for New York's 12th district. But the moment the public learned of Tatiana's condition, his attention shifted. In a subtle but deeply meaningful gesture, Jack shared images on Instagram, a road, a sky, with the words, "Life is short, let it rip." It was a short phrase, but coming from a brother who has carried his family's legacy and now carries the weight of his sister's suffering, it felt like a rallying cry, a vow of support, and a recognition of life's sudden, brutal fragility. Jack's reaction has drawn strong public empathy. Supporters, political observers, and ordinary Americans have all noted how he seemed to put aside his campaign momentum to stand firmly with his sister. Many praised the quiet dignity of his message, not a lengthy statement, not a press event, just a small but powerful moment of solidarity. Family, friends, and public figures have also reacted, with voices across social media describing Tatiana's essay as one of the most honest, brave, and emotionally raw pieces they've ever read. Many highlighted the strength of the Schlossberg siblings, a close trio who have faced life together under the spotlight since childhood. Tatiana also included a sharp critique of health policies recently enacted by her cousin, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., who currently serves as U.S. Secretary of Health and Human Services. She wrote that from her hospital bed, she watched decisions being made that she believes undermine essential medical research, including mRNA-based treatments and cancer immunotherapy, the very fields connected to her survival. Her words added a surprising political spark to an otherwise deeply personal revelation, underscoring how illness can intersect with public policy in life-altering ways. For viewers unfamiliar with the family's background, Tatiana is the daughter of Caroline Kennedy, former U.S. ambassador and the eldest child of President John F. Kennedy. Born in 1990, she is the second of 3 siblings, Rose, Tatiana, and Jack. She married George Morin in 2017 and is the mother of 2 young children, a son born in 2022 and a daughter born in 2024. Her diagnosis, revealed to the world on November 22nd, carries symbolic weight. It came on the 62nd anniversary of President Kennedy's assassination, a date forever tied to both private and national mourning. The Kennedy family has long been associated with triumph and tragedy, and Tatiana's revelation adds a new chapter that feels deeply human and painfully real. Her words show the vulnerability behind the famous name: a young mother fighting a terminal illness, a family rallying together, a brother stepping into the public eye while privately navigating heartbreak. Jack's Instagram message, though brief, has become a symbol of resilience, a reminder to live fully, loudly, and fearlessly, even in the shadow of overwhelming grief. As the world watches, the story continues to evolve. Supporters hope for updates on Tatiana's treatments, on the family's public statements, and on how Jack moves forward with his campaign while carrying this emotional burden. But at the center of it all is a family holding on to each other, cherishing precious time, and navigating a future filled with uncertainty. Life is fragile, and this moment has reminded millions that even the most iconic families face the same heartbreaks as everyone else. Jack Schlossberg's support for Tatiana stands as a powerful reminder of the bonds that truly matter: love, loyalty, and the strength to stand together in the darkest times. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stay tuned for more celebrity updates just like this.